as a fintech eruption. And I think that is a good and accurate way to think about what is happening. It's actually exploding across the continent. Intercontinental transfers is one of them, and I think that is one area that is actually ripe and open for disruption.
I think what just inspired us was how
a lot of them are actually focused in certain corridors. So there's Mkuru in Southern Africa, NALA, Mama Money.
I think payments across the continent are 1% built. There's so much more to be done. My name is Benjamin Fernandes. I'm the founder and CEO of NALA. We started in the UK about a year and a half ago and started there primarily because there's a large African diaspora population that live in the UK. Today we enable cross-border payments from the US, UK and 19 European countries to 5 African countries. And it's been challenging. Every single market that you operate in across the African continent has its own government laws, government policies that you have to work around and work with.
According to the World Bank, I think the average remittance fee is around 6.5%. In Africa, it's almost 8.5% to 10%. So we're paying even more than the rest of the world to transfer money.
In some services, if you want to send money from one country to another, the money has to pass through 6 or 7 different protocols in order for that to get delivered to the final user, whether it's technology or bank routes. And that every single step of that way charges people money, and that's why it makes it really expensive. This is a big priority for us as a business of when we think about increasing economic opportunities, asking ourselves this question of how are we reducing fees, how do we enable each penny spent to go a farther way for the user. We just recently got our payment service provider license in Tanzania, which enables us to connect directly to telecoms, which also reduces all those middle organizations, banks, or services in between that we'd have to use before in order to make that transaction. So every single service in between charges us a fee that we have to eat ourselves or maybe pass on to the customer in order to cover our costs to make that single transaction. We have a compare rates function in our product where people can compare rates to all other services, and we show and list all our competitors that they're comparing rates with, because we believe even for that day, if we're not the best, we should tell them who's the best.